I'm Edie Lush, and I'm delighted to be joined here in the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos by Helene, Gayle, CEO, President of CARE. Now tell me what's on your mind here in Davos.
Well, Davos is a unique opportunity for the private sector, business, governments, and civil society to come together and really solve big problems. So, for me, coming to Davos year after year gives me the opportunity to make connections that I wouldn't otherwise, to think differently, kind of stretch beyond my own realm, and really look at how can we make progress in some of the big problems. For me, it's the problem of tackling inequality and extreme poverty. So that's kind of generally what I come to.
Yes, so
right.
Tell me a little bit about, I know that women and girls are an important part of targeting how you help reduce poverty. Tell me some of the things that you're doing in CARE.
Well, we know that if focusing on girls and women is what is going to have the greatest impact on our mission. Girls and women are excluded in so many ways. On the other hand, we know that if you can empower a girl, her life changes. If a woman has access to income, she sends her children to school, it creates positive change. So we know that if we can have an impact on girls and women, that's where you can really have the greatest impact on ending extreme poverty. In that, we work across a wide range of areas. And some of the things that I'm most excited about, as an example, our work with microfinance, village savings and loans, where women come together, pool their resources, and then give loans, charging interest, where women are able to start businesses. And I remember talking to a woman that had a $2 loan that allowed her to start a business, and we give her management and financial education. And with that, starting that business, she was able to send her children to school, provide a more nutritious food for her, meal for her children. And the other part of it that people often forget is that it helps men too, because her relationship with her husband changed. He now viewed her not as a burden, a financial burden, but somebody who was actually making a difference in the family. So those kinds of stories really make us realize what the power of investing in women. Our work with the private sector. I went to visit a project that we had in Egypt with a company a global company that does milk production. And it takes women oftentimes who have one cow who have been selling that milk to middle people who cheat them, rob them. Now they go to a clean, well-outfitted collection center. The milk is pooled, and it's now becoming part of a national supply chain. That woman earns an income. She gets a steady stream. She's not cheated. She gets a fair price. And again, everybody wins in the process. The company gets a more sustainable source of milk. The woman gets a stream of income, families benefit, and the societies begin to change. So I think that's where we see the power.
How do you add technology into that?
Well, technology is a huge enabler. So again, thinking about some of our work in microfinance, we're often working with very rural populations who don't have access to financial institutions. They can't go to a bank and save. So it means that they have a limit to how much they save because they don't want to keep huge amounts of resources there. Now that we have mobile banking, those women and men who previously were unbanked can get money into savings accounts in a financial institution. They can grow their resources. They become eligible for larger loans. And so it's making a huge difference in that way and really enabling people and kind of leapfrogging, if you will, progress that could be made.
Helene, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.